This is going to be sort of a, not exactly a tutorial, more of a what to do if everything else goes horribly wrong, uh, guide-ish to the flashing the bootloader onto the Ender 3. This is also specifically if you're having trouble getting Marlin updated and you're having really weird errors and there's stuff flashing on your screen and there are weird letters and you don't know what's going on. It might be time to go ahead and flash. And if you're having trouble flashing, or everything was fine until you tried to flash and then all of a sudden it's all weird, you might want to check this out because it could be that your bootloader is messed up. And your bootloader, as far as I understand it, is what gets your code, or what gets the firmware onto the board itself. And so the Ender 3's Mezzi board, it doesn't come with a bootloader. You got to flash one. And so there are a whole bunch of really good videos. Teaching Tech has some good ones. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. He has a whole bunch of really good ones. There's, I mean, like this. Thomas has one. There are a lot of. He's awesome. I really like him. He's partly why him and Maker's Muse are why I'm trying to make a YouTube channel. Anyway, but there are a bunch of videos on um, on showing you how to update, but they don't tell you what to do if everything goes wrong. And so there's this. It is a tutorial flashing a bootloader to the CR10. So it's a different board than the one that the Ender uses. However, it doesn't matter. And I think that's why this has been overlooked. And so he goes through all the different steps and stuff like that, and steps to flashing it and all this stuff like that. But we're not really concerned with this. This matters, and you need to have this correct. It needs to be correct to the Ender, which actually this configuration I believe is exactly the same as the Ender 3. This side up here is. So you'd be able to use that directly. But anyway, so down here, if you're having a whole bunch of problems with getting it flashed, getting the bootloader flashed, go to this section. Is the if everything did not work correctly. It makes me so happy that he phrases it like this and it's all in all caps. I find myself posting this anywhere that people say everything went wrong. Over here with this fellow, Flash Marlin, just not working, weird errors, oddities and stuff. And it, it's like, his BL touch is freaking out and everything's going horribly wrong, and we're wondering what's up. And so then I made this post linking him to this, like, hey, did the bootloader work? Try this out. And it worked awesome. And that seems to be the trend, is that whenever someone has a problem with their bootloader, they go and they follow this, and it works great. So thank you very, very much to Donovan B17, because without this guide, I wouldn't have a working printer right now, and my BL Touch wouldn't be humming along happily. So yeah, really thank you a lot to you. By the way, the background of how this works, the idea is Windows computers and the Windows 10 computers, their drivers are all weird, is it separates out, you're using the board, the Arduino board, as the flashing device rather than using it as a pass-through. So you don't have to worry about drivers or anything like that. As long as Arduino boards work on your computer, then this works, which is just awesome. So anyway, that all ended here, and I will get to go to bed.